it will have a similar status. So far I've been talking about Linda's scholarly contributions, but I think I would be remiss if I did not also talk about Linda as a teacher and a supervisor. I suspect that there are many of you in this room who are former students of Linda. I look out and I see my friend Suli Gariba here, who I think were you Linda's first PhD supervision. I actually teach some of the same courses that Linda teaches, and I've certainly taught many of the same students that Linda teaches. So I think I'm actually in a pretty good position, having talked to many of those students, to comment on Linda's career as a teacher. And certainly Linda is famous in the political science department. Her 2 fourth-year seminars on development theory and practice, her graduate seminar on globalization and development in Africa, her graduate seminar on Southern Africa. When I talk to students, or when students talk to me about Linda as a teacher, they all say pretty much the same thing. And I suspect that Suli and others who've had Linda as a teacher will confirm this. Frankly, Linda, they all start out by saying that you're rather intimidating. That, at least before you get to know her, her subject matter knowledge is overwhelming and intimidating, and her standards are so high that students are not sure that they'll ever be able to meet them. But what they then say is, well, if you stick it out, that Linda is the best teacher that they ever had. That she is demanding, but as a result she brings out the very best in her students, and that she is an incredibly loyal and incredibly dedicated teacher, and that, for instance, in the case of Suli, lifelong relationships are established as a result of that teaching. So I'm sure there are many former students of Linda's in the room, and I do hope that if you're sharing your reflections on Linda's career with others during this conference, you'll also confirm those. So we have a very strict timekeeper. I do have other things I've written here to say, but I think I perhaps should stop at this point. As I say, I do hope that others during the course of the next 2 days will add their own personal reflections from your different perspectives on Linda's outstanding career. Meanwhile, I do hope we've already done it once, but would you once again rise and congratulate Linda.
Thank you, Dr. Chris Brown, for that very generous remarks. I know that I was